Hello and welcome to probably the last episode. Let's see at the end if we maybe make another one, depending on how our progress is here. Now we have set up shop here in the Roman Empire on its almost greatest extent. And what we want to address this episode, or we will continue to address, is the communication efficiency in our realm. So as we can see here, the best parts of course are around Constantinople here, although it gets worse pretty fast into Anatolia here, as long as it's not on the ancient path here, or here, and in the Mediterranean. We want to improve everything here as good as we can. So green is bad here, red is bad as well, but green is worse than red. I like this color scheme because it's easier to read for me. And yes, so what we need to do is of course build up harborages here in the west and capitals. The lowlands have to be focused, for example, but we also need to address some pathing problems. For example, we have to get some pathings here from Pest into the northern Carpathians, and then we have to get pathing into the east. For example, we have a city here where we could put a capital as well, and then we would need pathings from here to here to here. And I think here is a harborage, yes, so this one is on the Danube. And then it can connect into the rest here. So that will be something. Of course, we are also building the capitals and harborages here on Constantinople itself. But yeah, we are going to progress forward on that front here. Also, what we probably want to do is integrate the Horde here to get access to Sarai. So we can also build better pathings and connections here with the separate capital here in Sarai itself. Oh, that's not urgent here currently. And that's all the things we definitely want to do. I also red pinned all provinces because I want to do some things. For example, I want to make sure that all fisheries are open. Some were not. I want to make sure that all rock salt is open and also all sea salt. So I'm just going to correct stuff now which maybe might be missing. Dice is not missing. We definitely want coal. There's probably something left. We also want all metals. There also was something left. Then of course all the precious metals. But I think I already fixed those a while ago. Oh no, some gold was missing. And silver? No, silver was opened. And then we maybe want to... I don't think we have... Oh, we have spices. What? How did we just open... Did we just open a lot of spices? That shouldn't be allowed. Oh, whatever. I just lost a lot of cash. And now... Was that really... Or maybe it was one of the other which... Or did I press game? It was a bit possible. And now we also click on timber here. Ooh, that was close. Almost went into debt here. And then... So we have a little bit more room for our peasants to grow into. And our next steps are to... Seriously? I should have turned that off. Yeah, of course we're going to accept here. So let them do it. Who's in there? Wow. Calling me in for something this small. I just wanted to say is that we are going to pacify the rebels that we currently have, which is mostly religious and so on because of the reforms that we did. And then we go back to building up stuff here. Also, I've been looking around what kind of idea groups we maybe want to take now, but I think we are going to focus on admin. We still have the industrialization ideas next on the horizon, and then afterwards maybe administrative to get the travel time reduction here for CE. That would be worth something, I guess. But until then, we are just going to continue converting. Oh, there are the Catholics somewhere. Ah, down here. Fine. That was the only ones we have? Yes. And with the money that we are making, I'm probably gonna start up here and also in Londinium here. Just to... Because these are the most remote places in regards to distance from Constantinople. So we get started on those. Pathings are relatively quickly to be built when we get started on those. But residents are a limiting factor here on many fronts. Oh, I should have sold to the aristocrats. That was too quick. Blindlessly clicking. Yeah, so that's going to be the main objective here now. Because the communication efficiency up here is still pretty bad. However, we do have rivers here. So there should be the Rhine. Yes. So we're going to focus on building these river sections up. So that's the Rhine, the Meuse probably here, the Weser, not sure it's in English, Rhine, Danube here, and the Inn. Is it the Inn? Yeah, probably. No, Isar. That's the Isar. Inn is here somewhere. And yeah, that's the rivers we want to build up now to get this bit done as well. Well, as we know, we already built up Diblo here. So that one is currently constructing harborages and capitals to improve here. It's already 64%, so I think we can get this easily to 80%. Paris, however, where are you currently? Paris is at 50% only. Harborage is going up there, and Calaton here is finished building actually. So we might want to invest into it a bit to grow it further, because it's in no shape to support any kind of capital if need be. But we definitely could go into Harborage 3 here. It's already 61%, so it's not bad. But yeah, this is going to be the focus area now next, and then we see where from there on. Sadly, I can't vessel state or satellite state the rest of Germania, which I really would like to do here. Because, well, we don't have a really good casus belli against that region currently. So we have to get our diptech up to get new casus belli, so we can do this afterwards and just take this area so Russia doesn't get it. But until then, we have to... I think there is still a few diptechs left before we get them. I'm not sure where exactly they are. Oh, the mode has run out. We are not going to renew it right away, because I want to get to stability 3 first again. But we had 56.08%, so that's good. Also, we can't do it anyway, because of they are annoyed by our stuff. So we're going to just wait a bit, wait it out, and get our stability up and make some cash before we invest into the lowlands here next. Okay, here we are in 1684 and stuff is developing. So first of all, we are now on the brink of the new casus belli that I talked about. So we are going to get imperialism here, which is going to be useful. I'm also fighting some rebels here, which need to be... Oh, no longer the case now. Interesting. That's because my troops are there, probably. No, they're still there. So, and then the Hungarian ones here. And with those rebels gone, we have a little bit of leeway to do things. So first of all, of course, we just took the tech to get the casus belli. I think they will be applied on the year ticks, so we have to just wait a bit. Oh, right. Or do we have the new ones already? Oh, we already have it. Okay. In this case, we can get going there. And also, what we can do now is the gentry reform. What I want to check before I do it is that we have them on 381 2000. 20,000 wealth with an income of about 14k. I really want to see what we do to them now. So we are going to enact it here. They of course will not like this at all. Going to be costly, especially because we're going to cause some rebels here. But I think it's fine. So now we go after Jülich Cleaves here. And get going. And what we do is pretty simple. We just take everything here and siege it automatically. This one as well. This one as well. I'll leave 20k in the back here. There's one army missing though. Oh, it's over there. Okay, so that's fine. Let's keep it here at the capital region, just in case. And we move those ones here to the west in case someone moves out. And then we just feed everything here to Moravia again. And probably we're going to continue. And... What? No. Not going to have a Norman heir here. Funny, though. These are all bad. I don't want a level 1 advisor. So let's see if we can get here. Yeah, urban skill. I think I like this. Oh, wait a second. There is one with urban skill 10%. That's even better. Let's kick them out there. And everything gets looted. And I'm currently saving up money here for a massive infrastructure project for harbораges here in the lowlands and the southern German region. They all get harborage level 3, which is going to cost us 20k, so we are going to save up here. So that's going to take still a while. And yeah, so meanwhile, the capital here, Constantinople, is really shooting into the sky now. We do have our harborage level 7. We also have amenity 6 currently, but we are already on the way to 7 here because the AI has built some levels of amenities or units of amenities. It's still constructing some, which is really nice. How far are we in? 260 of 260. 216 of 260. Okay. And this will only progress now. Also, we are growing by 5.5k. That's really good. However, we are losing almost 1k to promotions here, which are all going into the burghers, which is insane. I've never seen something like this. I mean, I also have never had a commerce industry with a size of 4,700. So this is really crazy huge. But apparently my empire requires it to do everything. So we do have 20,000 of value in food trades just in our empire. 13k in raw materials going around. 6,000 in consumers. How much is the exotic trade there? The blind for his exotics. Ah, here, 30,000. 30,000 in exotics. There's still a lot of unresolved there. And also we have a lot of unresolved timber trades still. So there is still room for our commerce to grow into. And food trade is also 2,000 is unresolved. It could mean that it's not worth it, but it could also mean that there's still commerce to be done. Just to keep our empire liquid and growing with everything we want. So yeah, what we're going to do now is pretty much full annex everything here. And then continue onward to full annex the next one. and with the goal of creating one big blob here in Germany, which is going to be just our satellite state here. And oh, I can't take this one, so I have to wait until we have taken Osnabrück here as well. Nobles ally with foreign powers. What? But yeah, so we are going to jump on Bohemia, and probably we are going to take like half out of it. Do we take the loyalty here? I think we do. So just have them a bit more loyal can't hurt, even though they will lose all the loyalty again afterwards. Because in a few years we are going to hammer on them again. We wanted to investigate the wealth and income, so let's do this quickly before I do a time skip here. Come on. There we go. So we just wait until Osnabrück has fallen. We wait until after February for all the events, all the incomes to be recalculated. There we go. Osnabrück has fallen. And now time for the next one here. So let's see. Oh, what can we construct here? Suez Canal. Ah, yeah, right. That's also something on the agenda still. Nobles here. Yeah, as said, their power is now collapsing. So minus 1.19. 0.5 is of course from the demotion, but 0.6 is now the natural decline. And let's see. Oh, 14k was property income. Interesting. But I didn't check the feudal dues, what they were. My mistake. So apparently their income is still going... So they didn't lose that much, apparently. That's interesting. I mean, the feudal dues is only 6k by now. So that's really not a lot. But we are going to chop on their properties pretty soonish. Probably we are going to target forestries, farmlands, and then mining in that order. And of course the next one will be freeholding here. That's going to make the nobility pretty much disappear. So currently they still have a little bit of a feudal due, which is 10, like the 6k or 4k income we saw. And this one here will remove even further power from wealth, but also give us more free rural skills. And remove the feudal dues for peasantry completely. And also it reduces the leech of resident wealth and burgher wealth into the nobility, which is also a lot. I do think that's the other feudal due, right? Oh, that's maybe also summed up in that in the feudal due here. Of course, they still get state wages and they have the property income and some corruption values, but all of that will also go down. So hopefully we can get them really, really small. Eventually also we have to work on the clergy here, which is also relatively rich. And they have to pay taxes as well. So currently they are not paying any taxes. That's something we want to reform as well, but we also want to get to commercial 10 relatively soonish. So there's still some reforms to do before we can wrap it up here completely. But now let's continue forward, and I'm going to make a nice Germania vassal state here. Okay, that's the end of Bohemia here. I already took out Brandenburg, which was splitting up from Bohemia some years ago. And now I'm going to make a very devastating piece to Bohemia here. And that's the end of it then. That's more or less Germany. There we go. Take one more. Doesn't matter. Here we go. And now we also peace out Bremen, which we only attacked. Of course, we also wanted, but we had to attack it first to pull Russia in, which was protecting Bohemia again. And now that's also gone. Next step. What? Oh yeah, there were provinces from Russia here. I forgot about that. Yes, I was hoping that you maybe can snag. Yeah, we could snag Norway, but I'm not sure if that's worth it right now. So we can. Oh no, that's ugly. I forgot Rügen. Well, oh no, it's Russia anyway. Yeah, okay. We could still go after Russia eventually later on, but I don't think it's worth it here. So now we are going to just clean up. And I have to transfer a lot of provinces by hand to my vassal states here. I now have to think about if I want to make exactly one Germania here or not. Okay, here we go. I think that's it. So, do we want to just have everything here into our already created Germania subject? Or do we just... do we maybe make something over here instead? And we could also... we could recreate Poland, of course. We could recreate Brandenburg here. And maybe we do have... oh, we don't. I forgot. We don't have the diplomatic relations. Even though I'm annexing Moravia currently. So we have one more slot available. So we could make something here and then something there. Maybe Poland would be a nice option. I mean, why not? What clause do they have? So the next war against Bohemia will then return those cores, which is not a bad idea, I guess. We could still ask Russia to return cores here. They like us, so why not? Let's do this. So we create Poland from the ashes here. It's not here. Ah, there we are. Make it a separate state. So, and then we start feeding stuff to everybody. I'm still far away from my goal to make these harbораges here because our auto investor is taking all the money to dump it in some provinces. I'm not even sure where he is where it is investing it because I don't read it currently. Probably not the capital. Oh, commerce profit has gone down by now. Only 480. Yeah, so maybe we have reached the cap of profitability now. Well, let's continue. I'm going to feed my vessels and then we have to see what else lies ahead here. Well, quick update from almost 1700. Now we are very close to get to the steam engine here and then afterwards get into industrialization ideas and then we probably pretty soonish go into the industrialization itself, for which we need Admin Tech 56. We are currently on 50, so in about 30 years or something we can kickstart that. Industrial ideas will already be quite useful beforehand. But before we do this, there will be something I do, which is I'm going to... oh, wait a second, I can't. Oh, because we have broken aristocrats still. Well, so as soon as that runs out, we are going to promote the metropolitans here. And then do commerce 9 and 10. And yeah, so until then I'm going to continue what I've been doing, building up my country and taking stuff from the nobility. 50% is the maximum here. Yep, they don't like this, but we don't care. Bye-bye. That's the property we want to have our peasants to have. Meanwhile, I'm pacifying the New Arabia here, which we subjugated in between because I was bored. The same here. And of course, the Germania Poland here, which we created. So subjects are really nice. And everything is, as you can see here, there's a lot of constructions ongoing. Mostly my stuff like harbораges, amenities, and so on. Stabilizing cities, but also growing our communication efficiency network. In regards to that, we can, before I jump forward again, we can make a map mode here. So, political communication efficiency, all my own provinces. And I went linear and I went green to red to white. There we go. That's the one I was starting with at the beginning of the episode. Didn't really improve that much though. It's a very slow process building a lot of harbораges and so on. They take time. Also didn't build pathings yet. I'm not sure how much I can improve it until the end of the episode or maybe even series. I'm not sure how long I will play on this one. It gets relatively slow now. But it's also quite fun to just build your stuff up and watch your economy boom. So I'm jumping forward a bit until we can do the commerce reforms. Okay, now here we are, and we can finally reform. So I have been doing the, how it's called, influential burger interaction earlier this year when the other one expired, and now we are on high enough influence. We needed 30 to get there and do it. And so yeah, we can now go to commerce 10. It's going to get us, let's see, we are currently here. We have plus 10% trade skill. And it will reduce the amount of money we get from the commerce income as a state. But we are going to get a hefty 35% bonus on trade skill. And more base consultation, which is okay. Makes the burgers happier. And also the ideal burger size modifier is going up, which increases migration, or rather promotion into burgers even further. Just want to point out that currently we do have a 7,302 size commerce industry in Constantinople, and the skill will go up significantly now. So even though we are on 70% throughput now, this probably will max out with the skill cap, the increase that we are now going for. Before we do the reform though, so I think we only need dip here. Yep, I think it's 400 dip that we are going to need for this. We are going to do the admin tech here. That's going to get us a bit more skill as well. We don't need the... We can do this one as well. And now we do have the industrialization ideas available. Here we go. So what do we get here? We are going to get peasant freedom per year in global institution spread. We don't really care about because we are maxed out anyway. Mining skill, metalworking skill, amenities cost, that's massive. Urban skill plus 2.5%, so that's also on top of the trade skill. Yearly clan power, that's going to be useful as well, but we don't really have that much left. But if we integrate, for example, the horde, that will be nice. We get another base consultation, so even happier. Burgers, another 7.2% urban skill, so that's 10 in total already now, which will increase every urban industry, including trade, fish skill, fishing skill, agriculture skill, diversion, so that's in general making everybody happy. Pathing cost reduction is also quite nice here. And then we get artillery fire on top in the end. We could get standing army here if we want to. So increase of stability, that's definitely something we can take. And now we probably want to... Now the question is how how much do we want to rush the next institutions here? Because they are both... Oh wait, this one is admin 52. I think I'm going to wait though before I do this tech here. It would cost us 700. That's all the admin we currently have. I think we are going to just wait 10 years and then do it. Because it's what we really want to rush is the industrialization here. Which going to... we need 56. So that's still 5 tech ahead. So that's going to take a while until we get there. And also the costs only increase due to the fact that we don't have nationalism in industrialization. So spearheading into this is really expensive ahead of time. And if you do it, you just make it cheaper for everybody else who is coming behind you. So, now the reform. And then further reform. Oh, this costs admin in fact. So, a little bit. So good that we have some left. That we didn't do the admin tech. And here we are. We lose 6 stability. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be a... So let's see if we survive this. I do think we will, but who knows? And the funny thing to be seen now is the skill cap. So commerce is 240%. So it should go up by 45%. Maybe even more, let's see. And more importantly is like, what will be the throughput after the new recalculation here? Of course, it doesn't max out on the new skill immediately, but there will be things. A little bit it will go up. The industrialization institution is of course hefty because it gives 100% urban skills, so that's improving everything massively, and that's really the end game then, because it will increase your industrial output like crazy. Oh, yeah, rebels, okay. So let's wait for... Yeah, skill power already went up, yeah, 277.5 as expected, plus... only plus 35. Huh, maybe I thought... maybe I calculated something wrong. Or the tool tab is wrong, that could also be. So we're up to 8,000 size. it's just growing without stopping. So let's see, now the industries are fully recalculated here. So let's see where we are. Throughput even went down because it's growing so fast currently. But the skill will grow with the coming years. The profitability is only 5%. It's nothing. Do we produce too much commerce? I got the feeling that we are producing more commerce than we need now. Yeah, probably. And that's a problem. It's still growing like crazy. Yeah. We can check this page here. No, it's not that impressive here. Sector internal trade. We have 1,700 food stockpile here. No, 7,000 actually in the whole sector. This province only has 1,700. Yeah, it's still... yeah, this is going to change things now. The new skill here. We can put another merchant somewhere. I have no idea where, because we have so many. Apparently South Africa is the next one here. Looking at the autonomy, however, it's really good now. So we are even down to 59% here, or 55% in Londinium itself. We're still improving on everything, and the conversions are still ongoing here. So France is almost done now. And Germany is also almost done, plus Hungary is coming next. North Africa is still a problem. Also, Egypt is still partially not converted, but whatever. Slow progress, but we are getting somewhere. So, how's our progress here? We have average 7, we are capital level 3 still. That's getting upgraded though, it's just super slow. Yep, because for some reason we only have Parallelism 2, which probably comes from the local project slowing us down now. But we also have a massive demand for urban labor here for the capitals, but also for everything else we are making. And yeah, we are going to just go further and see how high the numbers will get. Oh well, here we are in 1717 by now. And a lot of stuff has happened. We of course have recovered from our reforms, and Constantinople continues to boom with 122 development by now. And it's over 1 million people now living here. Most of that are residents, of course, but also 77,000 burghers here, which is extremely high. And now I stopped here just to showcase that what I've been doing in between. So I've been looting around in Egypt here just to get more money to fund my projects, but also to get preferred trade access here. So I'm transferring trade power to me. Although I don't really have, I don't have merchants here. Maybe I should transfer some over. Yeah. I don't really have many to spare, so that's fine, I guess. In the end, I'm currently just doing this for money. But I'm going to peace out relatively soonish. But what I want to do now is to do the last reform here, which is going to be the freeholding reform, which is now available. I just came out of the reform cooldown like a year ago or something. And we can now do this one here. So of course they will be furious about this, but we don't care. The power is still declining currently, so it's 0.62 because we are still demoting them. I've reduced properties a bit, but they are still having a lot of those. And yeah, but before we do, we need 300 admin, 300 military. By the way, in between, I think some years ago I did the last state reforms here. Didn't really show that, but it wasn't not too interesting there. But I want to pick up this one here. And then also this one is fine. And then do the reform. This one. So let's do it. Cause 2 stability, 10 legitimacy. There we go. Bye bye. Provide grain again. Here we go. And now we can see what's going to happen here. So we do have 0.62 power decline. And we do have minus 1,100 income currently. So let's see where we are afterwards. So the income total currently is 20,000. Let's see where it will be after the year tick. After February tick, rather. I'm still going to continue here a bit. On the other hand, I think I want to get out of this war now. We can do it again afterwards. Or later. I already... Oh, wait a second. We can get trade here and trade here. That should be worth it. So let's do this quickly. I'm not going to loot Gaha here. It's not worth the hassle here right now. So they give trade and money. And then we also piece out Vishnavanagar. Transfer raw reps cash. There we go. And now I'm getting my armies home. So let's go to Egypt here. Let's see what we looted. Don't be surprised by that amount. That's gonna be insane. 159,000 wealth did we pillage out of India. And 60, almost 55,000 went into the treasury directly, which I invested into many things. And lost 200,000 manpower for this action. So, commoners, please. So what did I build from this? Of course, a lot of capitals. But I also made a lot of pathings. So, come on. Give me the 1st of February. Don't crash or something. What's going on? That's not good. Ooh. That's really bad. Ah, now it worked. I just had to tap to Windows once apparently. Threaten it by cancelling it. Okay, whatever just caused that massive lag there. And yeah, what did I do with that? Almost everything we see here is pathing now. Which I'm constructing here, pathing. In the Alps I'm making pathing. In France I'm making pathing. And here in Spain I'm making pathing. Just to improve our communication efficiency here. Oh, wait a second. It might have been the nationalism calculation. No, it's not. Shouldn't that happen? Shouldn't I get the... Ah, maybe it takes like 1 or 2 years until it's initialized. I'm at admin 52 now. So that should happen eventually. So next step is, of course, industrialization. Which will be 56 still. Yeah, we're going to take a while until to reach this one. There's also still there's still an idea group in between. Not sure what to pick yet. I'm still leaning towards admin. So administrative ideas here, just to get the better improved travel time here. Which would be useful. Let's check out our cultures here. As you can see here now, our culture has really nicely spread into Egypt, but also here into the Tunisian coast now. The next vital province... Oh, this one has already fallen. That's nice. So now we can spread to the islands here, which should already be ongoing. Yes, perfect. We still need lower autonomies here, so we need to convert those minorities here. But we don't have the missionaries to spare there. So next would be either this one or this one. To then jump further west. Same here for Tunis itself. Or Makamada. Whoever falls first. In regards to culture conversion. This one, Tunis apparently. Because this will open up all the jump to the left here. Yeah, really nice. By the way, I'm currently integrating the Al-Fadl here, so we are going to get Arabia afterwards. But we still didn't finish all our conversions here. So France is almost done now, which is really good. But I also fixed by hand Egypt and Tunisia here, so that we have the coastlines here by converting... Not automatically in the background, but just by hand. So I picked these provinces by hand. And now I've gone back to automated. And we can see here that this is really progressing nicely now. I'm not even sure where are we currently working on. Mostly Hungary apparently here. and Bohemia and stuff like this. Fine. Also, these conversions here should be relatively fast now due to the fact that most of that is already split up between Catholics and Lutheran. So that will be in our benefit here. Why do we have state property problems again? Oh, just marginally. Okay. Now, but we wanted to check out the burghers, not the new nobility here. Okay, the income only went down to 17k, so it didn't drop too much. But the feudal dues are mostly gone now. And the power is constantly declining now. That's good. And wealth is also decaying nicely. So I will continue to hammer down on their properties here to make them as poor as possible. But with that, the nobility are as much reformed as we can do. We can, of course, do still military organization reforms here, which would just give us more buffs to movement, attrition, and so on. Nothing we care about right now. And we don't really need the general conscription here. Not worth it. Also, we don't have tax reforms left, so that's all good. Bureaucracy reforms are done. The burghers are fully done. So the only thing left would be the church itself. So can consider reforming that as the last steps here now. And from corruption, the clergy doesn't really do much here. They are loyal, and 1.35% is not a lot. So state corruption, which we are not really able to lower further, is our biggest impact on corruption here. Landlords, of course, will go down further. I think they will be at 1% later on when we have cracked down on their power further. Income rise, we are extremely rich from taxation. And expenses are mostly wages and military maintenances here. So, and our state reach is really good. One interesting thing might be the clan power. So where do we have any left here? Where's the music? Oh, there's some is here in the east left, but that's all. So let's do, before we finish this episode here, there will be one more. I decided that there will be one more. Oh, we can do the Ravenna Harbor. Let's do it. Let's do the communication efficiency map mode one last time. I should have saved that as a as a fast map mode, actually. Linear. It was green to red to white, yes. Now we do see improvements now. So the heart of France here is, and the pathing we already constructed here are now having an effect. You can see that clearly. I'm building more pathing around it. But this one is really nice. This is all coming from Dibler here, where we have a capital rank 2 by now. And I think we should also build the... Oh, the harbor is still in the construction, so this is all fine. And yeah, this is of course having a radiation effect here, which is quite nuanced and quite strong. This is also slightly improved by now, and also London is now better. We are down to 66% already. This will also only get better. Actually, the next project we should do is the English region here. To also make pathings here. Like level 2 at least. Yep, cheap, cheap, cheap. And then we check the harbораges again. So old major or important harbor. Like this one, this one, this one. Did I pick it now? Yes. Of course, this one. Now this one is special. This one and this one. And this one. Oh, there's also one. They are all going to get here. This one doesn't have a city, right? No. They're going to make sure that they have amenities and a harborage 3 at least. Which means I'm going to check here amenities 2 at least. Okay, cheap. And then we do harborage 3 behind that. Oh, we can also do this. Perfect. And then London is of course special. London will receive level 5 harborage. I think it's already getting done, yeah. Maybe even 6, and a lot of capitals are getting done. However, we would need another amenity here, but we can't queue that up as well. So currently we are just waiting for constructions. Our economy is so overblown now. Let's actually do one census. So all owned provinces. Let's do a census. Last time we had something like 72 millions that we checked, which was roughly the same size here. I didn't really integrate much until that, since then. A bit here, Moravia, but that's not too much, maybe a million or something. So let's see, we are population-wise, we are now in 100 million already, and we are growing by 700,000. That's really a lot. Nomads went down. I think we were at 400,000 or 450,000 even. So we are growing as they are mostly migrating outwards into the cities or peasantry. Residents, we still have a natural decline here. That's okay because we still lack amenities left and right. Inward movement is of course massive. Landlords are okay. Clergy are, burghers are growing. They're actually the biggest faction now. Interesting. And industry-wise, let's see. Food is still abundant. Salt is fine as well. Fiber. Ooh. We have a fiber shortage by now. Fuel is okay. Raw materials is okay. Exotics. Of course we have a deficit. Timber is in high demand. And we don't have it. But we are getting from Russia a lot. Luxury is good. Consumer is... that could get problematic soon. Oh, wait. On the other hand, we are running into the industrialization, so it shouldn't. Military is massively overproduced. Naval is fine. Industrial is also fine. Naval could be a bit more, though. Knowledge is fine. Commerce is massive. So this is really good. Industry is booming. If we check in Constantinople in detail, I think it's the highest commerce I ever had. 9,000 by now. Barely profitable though, so we are really maxing out all commerce opportunities that there are. So higher learning is okay. Processed materials is also over 1,000 now. Yeah. Ship is also almost at 1,000. It's still a throughput 38%. So maybe we overinvested a little bit here. Just a little bit. But yeah. Now we can check one of the large provinces which have nomads, for example. It should be like this one here. Yeah, they're almost all gone now. Yeah, 4,000 left here. 3,000 left here. So they all disappear. And the ideals are 0, so they are declining heavily. Yeah, so this is really good. And I think the industry shouldn't be profitable anymore, right? Barely. Okay, barely. But with the shrinking population, this should get worse. Yeah, autonomy-wise, we are down to still the same here, but in general, we have pretty low levels of autonomy by now. And if we do an administrative group next, which would be on 54, and 54, we could take admin ideas. We would get corruption reduction is nice. I mean, the best thing about this is autonomy, admin efficiency, and communication efficiency and corruption. I mean, Empire ideas would help with the capital infrastructure costs and the pathing costs, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, money is not our problem anymore. So I think it will be admin here. Anything we can do here? Nope. By the way, I switched to total centralization here to get up to 100% maximum centralization. This is going up now. Of course, we weren't going to reach that in about 15 years, roughly. This will also help with the autonomy again. But yeah, the Empire is booming now. I mean, if we could check one more thing here. So, provinces, 1 second. Province overview. So the biggest manpower providers are Constantinople, Cairo, Circassia, all those with large rural or urban population. Not even sure where this one is. Saidi. Well. And production-wise, Constantinople is leading, of course. And then it's already Cairo, Venice, who could take here, probably Paris, right? Lutetia. Yeah, that's Paris. Oh. Pretty cool. And we already have one Walloon province over here, Castricos. Not sure where this one is. This one? Yes. This is Burger, and this one is... I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the names there. But interesting. That's a large city. Amenities 4 even. So yeah, that's a lot of development here. Cairo has how much by now? And we stole a lot of urban population here, and we are not investing into it a lot. But still it has maxed out farmlands and so on. So this one is really making money. Yeah, this is really rich here. It's still growing by 1.2k, which is okay. And harborage 4, and there's a capital rank 2. We're still waiting for this harborage to still go up. We're slowly building this one, because this one is the deciding one for the whole river network of the Nile. But yeah. So now we are going to make a cut here, and we are going to do one more episode about the industrialization and its impact here on our economy. If we check prices, just as a thing here, food is still super low with 2.6. Salt 3.4 is fine. Fiber with 2.1 is okay, even though we have a shortage on the Empire scale. Fuel is fine. Raw is really fine. Timber, a bit high by now compared to the others. Exotics is a decent price in my opinion. And consumer has dropped below 10. And military is 7.8. It's really cheap. Yeah, we are... This city here is producing so much stuff. It's demanding 141 naval and produces only 73. It's like... We have such a naval shortage here in that city. But it's almost consuming all the products we are making here. So this one is not really producing that much excess. Because it's so rich that it's eating everything. The resident and nomad fulfillments are of course still flipped, and the residents are super rich here. Burgers are not so rich actually, so they only have like 2,600 comfort and 2,200 luxury, which is really nothing. Which has to do with the sheer amount of burgers we have here. And yeah, if we hit industrialization... Ah, here we go. Naturalization is spawning now. it's going up by 2.3. We have so much spread rate by now. Major center of learning, largest city of the world, winds of change, and so on. So it's so much institution speed. But nationalism itself will not get us any economic bonuses here. Instead, it will hit us with 15 separatism, which is nasty. And industrialization, however, will get us 100 urban skill, 50% rural skill, infrastructure cost reduction. That's a big thing. Plus the other bonuses here, which don't really matter anymore because we are not in a fight for anything. Oh yeah, this campaign is really fun, and especially the last years where I just built stuff up to see the numbers grow, and yeah, it's just so much economy that we are booming here. And I'm even making it better with the next version, because I'm coding on it. I have never seen so many burgers, to be honest. Crazy. Well, leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.